Over 30,000 years ago, humans domesticated the gray wolf, the common ancestor of the dog. So how do we get from this to this? Over time, the big bad wolf from our children's books grew into man's best friend, coming in just about every shape, size, color, and temperament imaginable. Dogs have changed, they've evolved, and we want to know why. The answer lies within DNA analysis. By confirming or refuting suspicions of underlying breeds, canine genetics explains why some dogs chase squirrels and others are happy to observe. And why some dogs come when they're called and others, well, join Bianca and Laura as we discover what lies beneath the puppy eyes, head tilts, and wagging tails. It's a tale worth barking about. It's Doggy DNA. Join us as we uncover the true origins behind the unique quirks of Professor Murphy Adams.
Murphy was really shy, but so cute.
Then, get ready for an emotional journey as Susan shares her heartwarming story with Cassie, challenging misconceptions about bully breeds.
And she climbed in the back seat with me and she just cuddled.
And stay tuned as we uncover the hilarious truth behind Duke's distinctive appearance with Luke leading the way.
He's protective. If he senses one of us is nervous about something, it really translates to how he acts.
My name is Cris Adams.
And I'm Maddie Adams.
And we brought in our dog, Professor Murphy Adams.
Well, welcome to the dog living room. Tell me, who is this handsome fella down there?
This is Professor Murphy Adams. So I got Professor Murphy Adams as a rescue pup, and then I ended up moving around a little bit with him. And when I met Maddie, they had a golden doodle that was all hypoallergenic, and then I brought my dog who sheds everywhere. His name is Murphy, and that's what the shelter named him. And when I saw his little puppy picture, I'm like, yes.
That's perfect.
That's a Murphy Adams.
And so where did the professor come in then?
That came in when he was a puppy.
Okay.
And we were actually walking in a park. There was this older gentleman on a bench, and he was like, that dog needs spectacles, and you need to call him Professor. And I'm like, okay. And ever since then, it was Professor Murphy Adams.
Yeah, I have seen him in action, and he is really, really smart. So Professor is fitting.
I knew that Professor Murphy Adams was my pup as soon as I saw his photo. And then when I met him, he instantly just bonded with me and just wanted to be around me. And it was just the perfect little dog.
So tell me some of the things that you love the most about him.
We hike a lot
Yeah.
and camp a lot, and he is 100% into adventuring. He sleeps in tents. I've had him in the canoe and kayak. He's just an adventurous little dog.
Murphy is like a little mystery. So just knowing what breed he is or his DNA profile helps us to understand who he is.
I've always been asked what kind of dog Murphy is, to the point where I got tired of saying it, I don't know.
Right.
So I made up his breed as a Scottish Waxbeard.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's
It's not a thing?
not a thing.
Okay, so I don't need to look
Nope.
that up.
No,
Okay,
but
okay.
it's completely made up. Just I had lived in Scotland,
Yeah.
and he has this fancy beard, so
Yeah.
it became Scottish Waxbeard.
I would have believed you.
Oh, people have.
Yeah. Do you have any guesses about what he might be?
I feel like there could be some kind of maybe border terrier. Honestly, I feel like there might be a little bit of husky in there with that tail. He has a very husky tail.
Yeah.
Like, it's a husky tail.
Yeah.
It's a husky tail. Yeah, so I feel like that might be the little wild card.
Okay, so I see why you think about the husky thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Cris, I'm really excited to find out about Professor Murphy. Really curious to see if any of these things, these behaviors, line up with what we're going to find out.
I
The
can't
results
wait.
are in.
Yay!
Hi, Cris and Maddie.
Hi.
How are we today?
Excited.
Very excited.
Yeah, lots of anticipation, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So Professor Murphy is 100% Scottish Waxbeard. I'm just kidding. That's not a real breed.
I made that up.
So Professor Murphy is 15% Pomeranian,
Pomeranian?
37% toy poodle,
No.
Oh,
and 48% Pekingese.
What?
I-
So he's not a terrier?
No terrier!
Murphy's Pekingese heritage boasts of a regal past steeped in both luxury and mythology. Early legends whisper that Buddha himself had a hand in creating the Pekingese, imbuing them with the spirit of lions to guard against malevolent forces. In ancient China, ownership of these noble creatures was reserved for the elite, with the theft of one being a crime punishable by death. Though their days of guarding temples have passed, modern-day Pekingese, like Murphy, continue to enchant households with unwavering devotion to their loved ones.
I think this is a really interesting profile because visually, I think anybody would have put money on a terrier. But the second I pat him, it kind of made sense because terriers have a very wiry coat. He is soft as silk,
So
right?
soft.
So the Pekingese is really well known for its luxurious coat, and they're often called a lion dog because they have this beautiful mane and
Right.
stuff. Pomeranians are also from royalty, kind of regal type breed. So again, Mr. Royal. Yeah, Mr.
Wow.
Fancy Pants.
I think the royal breeds actually suits him. He does have a bit of attitude with him, and he knows he's a bit special. And
He is a diva, so it really makes sense. Will we change his name now to Sir Professor Murphy Adams?
I just might have to.
And because he's so smart, I've seen that working with Murphy, that any kind of puzzles or anything like that, I think he would do fantastic with agility. Have you guys ever thought of that?
We
yeah,
have,
that was
yeah.
definitely something. He really does like running different agility. And I
Yeah.
just wanted to put him into a class.
Oh my gosh, I think he would just thrive in agility because he's eager to please
Yes.
and a really hard worker
Yeah.
and motivated by those cookies.
So,
yes.
So,
motivated.
yeah. Working with Professor Murphy today was a lot of fun. I think all of us were very surprised by the results because I think everyone would have put money on there being terrier in there. I think that it just goes to show that oftentimes, you know, the DNA results aren't always going to correlate with their physical attributes. And I think that just adds to the charm. It's just always a surprise and very exciting.
I definitely feel like this whole process has been fun and just very interesting to learn more about Murphy. Like, he's my best friend. I'm so happy to know more about him.
I first met Murphy very early on in our relationship, and I've loved him ever since. I think I love him more year after year. He just gets cuter. Yeah, he's a really special dog.
Coming up, meet Cassie, the tender-hearted pup who proves love knows no bounds. Stay tuned for more tail-wagging adventures on Doggy DNA.
My name is Susan Steele, and I brought in my dog, Cassie. Cassie is one of the funniest, quirkiest dogs I know. We adopted Cassie through an organization in Texas called Anna's Angels Dog Rescue. So I now foster with the organization because I really believe in the work that they do.
Hi, Susan. Welcome to the dog living room.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
Yes, awesome. And it's really nice to meet Cassie, who's very busy right now. So tell me a little bit about Cassie. How did you find her, or how did she find you?
Well, it's a funny story. When we had our dog Jack for a long time, and we loved Jack very much, but when Jack passed of old age, we weren't ready for a dog, so we waited quite a while. But then it sort of seemed like all around us, 2019, everybody was getting puppies, and I was near them. I caught the bug, and I really wanted a puppy. Then my husband saw Cassie on the internet,
Yes.
and we applied for her, and then the next day we got a phone call. So we
Okay.
were kind of in the running for Cassie. When I brought Cassie home, at first she went through the stages, and then she settled, and we were happy, and she was happy. But then one day it was like something switched, and she knew that she was home with us forever, and we knew that we would never let her leave.
So let's talk a little bit more specifically about
Sure.
Cassie and some of the
Yeah.
things that, you know, you've grown to love about her.
She's a really unique dog. Her coloring is like the biggest thing.
Yep.
When we got her, I was just sort of obsessed with what kind of dog is she, what breed is she, because I'd
Yeah.
never seen a dog really that looked like her, and I'd never seen a dog that color. I thought her beautiful green eyes were something special. When I first saw Cassie, I thought she was so beautiful. And she climbed in the back seat with me and she just cuddled. I just told her I loved her, and we had an adventure on the way home. We picked her name. We named her for the stars. We called her Cassiopeia. So Cassie is one of the funniest, quirkiest dogs I know. One of our first memories with her is her tossing licorice into the air that she picked up off the ground and then rolling, not rolling in it, like literally a full somersault, and then picking up and tossing it again. She exudes joy. She's so much fun. She's sassy with a little bit of attitude. She'll look at you. It's almost like she's communicating with you through her eyes and her manners. You can tell what she wants. If she could speak, she absolutely would. She is like a beautiful, wonderful, pleasant dog, and she loves everyone, regardless of age. Like, it doesn't matter, she loves them all. One of the most interesting things is if there are blankets.
Okay.
Like whenever she comes in from the cold or in the morning, she always goes under the blanket, swirls herself around, and then sticks her little nose out. The first time she did it, we thought we lost her because we couldn't find her anywhere in the house. And then Jonathan found her under a blanket and he called me. He's like, "Did you put her under the blanket before you left?" And I said, "No." And then we were like, she did that herself. And it's just like a perfect little tucked in under the blanket.
Oh my God, and she does it every single day.
Every single day.
You did talk a little bit about why you'd really like to get this DNA profile done, but is there anything else that's made you really curious? Her coloring?
Her coloring, for sure.
Yeah.
Her looks have changed as she kind of filled out and grew up a little bit more,
Okay.
but we thought she was a Weimaraner lab. And then I posted her and somebody sent a picture and they said, "Is she a blue lacy?" Which we had never heard of before. So that's the state dog of Texas.
Okay.
So I was convinced that she was that.
Quite a journey of like discovery to try to figure this out.
Yeah, I'm like
Yeah.
super curious. And then even once we know what she is, all of those quirky personality traits, are they because of the breeds that she is? Or is
Right.
that because she's just a super quirky, fun dog?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Susan, I'm very excited that the results are in and our expert Bianca is ready to share with you all the details of the DNA profile.
Exciting, awesome.
Hi, Susan.
Hi,
How are you today?
great, excited to be here.
Yes, I'm excited to give you the results. You ready?
Yep.
Okay. Cassie is 100% American Staffordshire Terrier.
She's a purebred.
The American Staffordshire Terrier dates back to the early 19th century, initially bred for bull baiting in the British Isles, before transitioning to farm guardians and cherished companions. Among these dependable dogs, Cassie stands out with her sweet, silly nature and striking blue fawn coat, traits which culminate into a radiant reflection of her breed's gentle heart. Cassie's story weaves together a rich history and personal charm, highlighting both the universal and unique qualities that make American Staffordshire Terriers beloved worldwide.
I was really surprised to get the results. I never imagined Cassie would be a purebred. I have, in the time that we've had her, I have done so much research trying to figure out who she is, where her quirks come from, where her looks come from. So I wasn't surprised that she had some Amstaff in her. I was very surprised that she was 100% purebred Amstaff.
I'm very excited to go hang out with Cassie, and I'd love to see some tricks she can do. And let's go have some fun with Cassie.
One more time. Tell me what you want. That was impressive.
Bully breeds, which basically are pit bulls, staffies, sometimes even lumped in with boxers, have a bad reputation. Cassie perhaps maybe will reach out through the screen and touch a few hearts and just show that she's literally just the sweetest soul and deserves a wonderful life the same as any other breed. So there are like your typical standards for staffies. Her, what she would be called would be kind of like a dilute blue. And so they call that a blue fawn. And it's not like the most common coat color that you'll see in staffies, but it is there. It is a possibility.
So Cassie's like super bendy and she like does somersaults and rolls.
Right.
Does that have to do with Amstaff?
Amstaffs are very muscular and strong, and they're also just super silly and high
Okay.
personality.
Okay.
So I think that all kind of meshes in with her personality. You were saying that she likes to tuck herself under blankets.
Yes.
I have heard about it a lot in bully breeds because they have an extremely short coat. So that just makes sense that she gets a little chilly and she just helps herself to that cozy blanket. Susan and Cassie were fantastic, and the results were really exciting, where she was a purebred, even though she was a stray dog. And so, you know, it's not often that we see a stray dog that happens to be a purebred. Cassie definitely exhibits all of the traits. She's silly, she's goofy, she'll twist herself in a pretzel just to show off and make you laugh. It's just so endearing.
It was fun hanging out with Bianca. It's great to see that Cassie can adapt so easily to training with other people. We're really proud of Cassie. We think she's unique and beautiful and special and brings happiness to us and to everyone she meets. So this was a special experience for us because we got to share with other people, and it was fun seeing that other people appreciated her quirkiness and her personality and her playfulness and her beauty. So it was a really positive, wonderful experience.
Get ready to fall in love with Duke, the sweetest pup who is known to steal hearts. Join us for more laughter on Doggy DNA.
My name is Luke Short, and this is my dog, Duke.
Hey, Luke.
How we doing?
Good, good. Welcome to the dog living room.
Yes.
Yes.
Love it, love it, love it. It's
Hi,
beautiful.
Duke. You're doing really great. So, Luke,
Yes.
I'd love to hear about how you met Duke.
So it was 2021. A coworker and I had heard of some puppies through a friend, sisters. It was early January 2021, so it took some coordination because the dog was in New Brunswick. And we made the journey to go get him, and we never looked back. It's been 3 years of Luke and Duke, and we've been having a great time. We had a nice hour drive to curl up with each other, and I looked in his eyes and I couldn't believe what I was doing. And I had that moment of, oh, this is a real thing. I've really done something
This is where we're at
really
now.
meaningful. Best decision I've ever made. So
And all of a sudden, you're looking at this puppy in your lap.
it was very much a full picture, big picture, like I have something to care for now. I was living on my own at the time. Parents live nearby. They love him to death and have been a massive help with any babysitting, dog sitting. I
Yeah.
have a very good support system here, which I think makes a big difference. That's something I would never take lightly or not take for granted.
Right.
That's for sure. Truly a moment that I personally had where I realized that if all goes well, I'll have this dog into my 40s. And then I realized
All grown up.
all grown up. Have him to thank for a lot of things and a lot of personal growth. So
I know that most of us are gushing over him, but why don't you tell me some of the things that you love the most about Duke?
my partner and I, Nicole, we call him a person because he just can react to how we feel so well. He's very caring, very loving. Anytime somebody's not feeling great or something happened, he's right up there, curled up, and therapy dog all around. So
Yeah.
I want to get the DNA profile done of Duke just because it's the #1 question asked of him. Anytime I'm walking around, anytime there's any sort of gathering or anybody comes over, the first question is, what is he? So having an actual answer instead of just guessing what I think he is will be very helpful for me. From when I first was walking around with him, everybody would stop and ask, what is he? Everybody kind of originally said corgi, or obviously the lab really comes through, but there was a lot of questions of what's the little leg part? So I would love an actual answer. The answer I think I know is that a black lab jumped the fence and there was a Dachshund Pity, a little wiener dog Pity mix. That's all I have.
That's what you've envisioned.
That's what I've envisioned.
Okay.
She was certainly not from a breeder or anything like that.
Yeah.
And-
Okay, well, let's find out the truth.
Ooh.
And you may have to adjust your story. Very excited to get those results for you,
Yes.
for Duke.
Hi, Luke.
Hi, Bianca.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
Good. I'm good. I'm excited to give you these results.
Very excited.
Yes, because Duke has a particular appearance to him,
Yes.
and I was extremely excited to see these results. They're amazing.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Even though it's coming in at 10%, it's still obviously a very dominant gene, is a Basset Hound. One of the ones that was very surprising, and it is coming in at 13%, is a Golden Retriever.
Okay. Nope, that wasn't even on the radar as an option.
No, not on mine
so-
either. And then I'm going to go right to the most obvious one, which I don't think you're going to be surprised
No.
about. Coming in at 77% of his genetics
Yep.
is a Labrador Retriever.
Yep.
So
Comes right through.
that one's evident.
Yes.
And the one that is the most exciting, so still the little legs of a hound dog,
Yeah.
but not the dachshund like you were thinking,
Nope.
but the Basset.
That is shocking, to be honest, but
Yes,
I'm
you
very
were.
excited to have a whole different spiel when people ask, what is he?
Meet Duke, the basset hound whose little legs tell an age-old tale, rooted in 6th century France and Belgium. Early breeders sought to package keen scenting skills with a highly distinctive stature, one that enabled swift movement through the underbrush while pursuing game. When British basset hounds made their way to the United Kingdom in the mid-1800s, the British aristocracy was immediately captivated. Today, Duke is a living homage to the basset hound lineage, once adept hunters, now devoted to the warmth of family bonds.
I was very surprised. Never even crossed my mind basset hound or golden retriever, but at the same time, there's a lot of that empathy, a lot of the intelligence, and very excited to have an answer and very appreciative of the opportunity.
Good job. I didn't think those little legs would be athletic enough to do that. You're so cute.
I had a huge chuckle when I first met Duke because I saw the results and I thought, Basset Hound and Lab, okay, let's see. He literally looks like a lab with copy and pasted Basset Hound legs. It's almost comical, it's adorable, he is so unique, and I can understand why he kept getting bombarded with questions of what is he, because he's so unique. And add a little sprinkle of golden retriever and we've got ourselves a Duke. After everything we've talked about, what do you think? Like, are they lining up? Is there still something that you're like, I just don't get it?
No, it all kind of clicks a little bit more because, yeah, his nose is always to the ground. He's very active, very intelligent, very empathetic, and
Yeah.
it all makes sense. And I'm excited to kind of work within those breeds now and see what we can do with it.
I'd be really interested to see how he would do if we put those 220 million scent receptors at play. And you can do that just by hiding things around, whether it's, you know, peanut butter and a little Kong with some treats or some favorite toys. Put him to work. I think that would be really stimulating for him.
Yeah, and I can definitely see him enjoying that. He loves peanut butter, so that's a good place to start.
He's sold already. Duke was a little bit resistant with the training, and I think it's because he was a little reserved and he had a little bit of a hard time kind of trusting me. I think it's kind of one of his personality traits that he takes a little bit of time to warm up to people. And so I think Luke just needs to know that and kind of help him out with that and make him feel safe and secure. And once he does feel safe and secure, he's just the sweetest little guy. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I really wanted him to use his sniffer so that we could kind of take a look at that. And he did a really good job of finding those hidden traits.
Being able to kind of piece together the puzzle of a dog DNA has really helped kind of understand what Duke is, what his nose is taking him to. Things I'm looking forward to doing with Duke going forward is doing some of the hiding tricks, utilize his breeds to learn what he really enjoys, I think is the main part, which is what's most important.